Phone, who dis? Who dis, everybody? Who dis indeed. Oh, look at that beautiful fall foliage. It's when Harry Met Sally season. In the park, testing. 1, 2. I'm just this. So this is my new phone. This is the first live stream I've done on the iPhone 13. Let me just do a little product review real fast. I gotta say, I'm not. It's a good phone. It's big. It's substantial. The battery life is great, but the camera. A few weeks ago at the open mic, one of the comedians made a remark about how does my phone take such crispy crowd shots. And I've had this iPhone SE since 2022. RIP. I bought it spring 22. And I've literally been just riding this fucking thing till the wheels fall off. I mean, I should have got a new phone like a long time ago. When I look at it now, it's like crazy. It's amazing how the instant you stop using your old phone, it almost becomes like a museum piece. And it sort of becomes like an artifact, and you look at it and you're just like, how did I ever use this thing? How did this even function? It's all cracked. It resets every 2 fucking minutes. It's just like a dead object in a certain way. But I finally bit the bullet and got this iPhone 13, and my crowd shots are just not as crispy, is what I've noticed. There's little things about it that are annoying. That are just, I guess maybe that's just different. The camera, in certain ways, like I think my TikTok videos look a lot better. Or maybe this looks better, I'm not really sure. As we know, my last iPhone, I get about, 100 minutes on a stream before the battery would die. And I mean, for at least the last year, the fucking port broke. I've been wirelessly charging it. And so I've just been in this battle where I'm just like arranging my whole life around, like, I gotta find a place to charge my phone. This is how I live my life. You know, it's like, who chooses to live this way? This is how I treat my body. It's why my body's all fucked up. Because, I didn't want to have to pay to go to a dentist. And it's been a long time since I've done it. You know, I thought with teeth, I'd get a toothache. You know, I thought my tooth will definitely start hurting before any other, like, problems happen. How wrong I was. My teeth feel fine. Oddly enough, it's these other parts of my body that are fucking jacked now. Because of infection that's just gone untreated. But I never really got like a real bad toothache or anything, thank God. Now it's like my fucking chest hurts and my leg hurts But anyway, no one's interested in that. Maybe I should start walking. I'm gonna start walking before it gets dark. So let's take this baby out for a spin. I mean, I did invest in a case and a screen for this fucking iPhone 13 because it seems like it's a nice phone. It's a nice looking phone. I mean, I guess that's just the nature of capitalism. Is they're just constantly making it the cheaper, shoddier. The camera's downgraded, even though it's a newer phone. My last phone was from 2020. This phone is like, I think 23 maybe. 22, 23. And I mean, there's definitely things about it that are superior. I can do my AI slop a lot faster because the processor speed, the RAM. God, no one is watching this. Is anybody ever... Whenever I do these live in the park videos, just like no one watches. Friday afternoon, I had a great time. to go live, really, is what I found. But we'll do it anyway. Fuck it. It's for posterity at this point. It's for the MoMA. This will go in the fucking MoMA someday. They'll be playing this on a cathode TV that's on the floor of a gallery with headphones. You have to put the headphones on. People come look at it for a few seconds and be like, okay, see you later. Just kidding. Of course, this is trash. Everybody's doing this. Everybody's just talking into the internet. And that's something I wanted to talk about was just like one of the aspects of streaming culture is like it's even like beyond 24-hour news. You know, because like with 24-hour news, like they did kind of have shows. They had like, you know, they had other, I mean, they do, but with streaming, it's just like you're kind of just like reacting to everything in this kind of like floating real time. And so like my video yesterday, right? Like I had seen some pictures of the early stages of the East wing of the White House ballroom fucking renovation thing. And it really looked like they were only going to take down, you know, like this one little kind of like walkway or something. So when I was reacting to it yesterday, you know, you're reacting on like not the whole story. You're only reacting on like, you're reacting in real time. So it's like you're getting some of the facts, but, you know, that could lead you to believe one thing. So now I got on fucking TikTok after my stream yesterday, and what do I see? They tore down the whole fucking east wing of the White House. They tore down like a third of the fucking White House. And, you know, my whole thing yesterday was about, it's all, you know, we don't want to overreact. You know, the libtards, we spaz out about everything. But I don't know, this has affected me. It's just such a depressing image. You know, it's just like the psychological blow of that is just kind of odd to just see. He did it without consent, without permission. It's disgusting to see people go out of their way to find some way to like justify it. Oh, Obama did it and Truman did it, and I was saying that shit yesterday. You know, we give these people the benefit of the doubt time after time. Trump, Jesus Christ, there's never any consequences for this guy. Quite literally. And there's all these eggheads constantly trying to figure out, what's he gonna do? Why did he do this? What's he thinking? You know, he just controls so many fucking people's lives. He's driving us all fucking nuts. And this is just another, you know, I do think there's truth to the idea that he partially did it because it was like the first lady's fucking wing. It was a nice, I mean, now looking at pictures of it, I've never been there, but like it was a nice, it's just like what they do in New York. You know, it's just like, just tear it the fuck down, who cares? Knock the whole fucking thing down. Take the wrecking ball to it. We need to flatten it. We need to go back to zero. You know, I don't know if my service is going to be good here either. That's one thing is I'm not loving, here's another product review. I'll slip this in. I'm not loving Total Wireless or whatever the hell it is. Cricket was a better service, to be honest. My reception's real not great in the subway, which like Cricket, you know, I had pretty good, you know, I need to watch TikTok videos in the 2 seconds I'm, sitting in the train station. I need to refresh my fucking Instagram story thing. See the 1 or 2 new people that possibly maybe looked at it. Oh shit, I was gonna go try to buy shoes at this fucking church thrift store, but well, it's out the window now that I'm doing this. Now that I'm being shadow banned and I don't even think anybody's clicked this fucking stream. I've literally been doing this 10 minutes. Not a single person has even clicked this. So, and no one will probably watch it later. But this is just too painful to watch now. other day at the open mic, somebody asked a question, or they asked me. Who was it? Somebody, I don't remember. Maybe it was, what's his name? Georgia asked me what my favorite state was. And you know, when you're put on the spot in front of people, I just said, the first thing that came to me was California. Because, okay, weirdly enough, I've probably seen way more of California than I have of New York. Even though I've lived in New York for 15 fucking years, like, I've really seen very little of the state. I've been to Buffalo, sort of, when I was younger. And I drove across the state once during the pandemic. I was, you know, that's the only time I've ever, well, I've been upstate, I guess, 2 or 3 times, briefly. But I didn't really know where I was very much, or... I've been to Long Island once or twice. And I've only recently gotten more around the city, even, to go to fucking, like, you know, Queens or the Bronx, fucking Uptown, even. You know, I really had never even spent that much time in Central Park. You know, it's like, so I haven't really, you know, seen a lot of New York State. Whereas like California, I've been to LA a bunch of times. I've been all around LA. Been to San Diego a few times. Driven that drive. You know, been to San Francisco a bunch of times. Been all around San Francisco. Been to Marin. Been to Berkeley a few times. Been to, you know, fucking Mountain View. Been to fucking Sebastopol. Been to Santa Rosa. Been to Bodega Bay. You know, like I've been around California. I've driven up the PCH a few times. I've driven I-5. Like, I've been to Joshua Tree. You know, and I like, if I had to pick one, you know, if I had to pick one state, you know, not that New York State isn't like an amazing place. Like, if you have to pick your favorite state, you know, like, that doesn't mean I want to live in California. I vacation there. I live in New York City, but it's like, I vacation in fucking, you know, the Bay Area, basically. Or LA, or it's for work. And I mean, you can't, I mean, if you're just asking your favorite, like what, California has everything. You know, the weather's fucking perfect, the beach. It's, you know, San Francisco is an amazing place. LA's an amazing place. There's you know, it's huge. It's got mountains. It's got snow. It's got fucking national parks. There's tons of, you know, there's redwood goddamn trees. There's fucking Bolinas. You know, like, it's like a country in and of itself. It probably will become its own country in the balkanization of these United States. God damn, literally no one has watched this live stream. Why am I even doing this? It's something to do while I'm walking through the park, I guess. It's thinking out loud. And I'm trying to get this stuff down. This stuff I've been thinking about yesterday. Since I did the live stream yesterday, I've been thinking about, oh, I said this and I said that, and maybe I'd add this, and this California thing was something I think I meant to talk about yesterday, or I don't know, it just kind of struck me in a weird way. That was just the answer that came out of me. You know, I'd like to travel around, you know, New York State more. I'd like to fucking, but I mean, even if I did, you know, like, I don't think, just from like New York has a lot to offer, but like, I mean, come on. It's not, first of all, it's not as fucking, the weather's not as nice. And it's particularly in a lot of the state, you know, like Buffalo, shit like that. Like, most of New York State is like red state, fucking rural America, basically. And there's beautiful shit here, you know. There's mountains, there's fucking the Catskills, there's, you know, what's the lake, that lake that's up there? I don't know. I've been to fucking Ticonderoga. I saw the Star Trek fucking recreation, the Star Trek Enterprise in Fort Tick. You know, I've ridden the Amtrak, and New York, I mean, New York State has incredible fucking, you know, if I had, you know, spent more time everywhere and taken the fucking train and stayed upstate and, you know, spent more time sort of romanticizing it, but I mean, California, it's just like, it's just more inclusive of like different varieties of fucking, and I mean, Jesus Christ, I mean, it's just one of the most beautiful places on earth. So for whatever the hell that's worth, I am gonna try to do like some time on this, even though no one is watching. Because I'm testing out my new phone, so it's sort of like this is sort of like a test drive in a way. So I want to try to do at least an hour and a half, 2 hours, depending. I don't even know what my battery is at right now. Let me sit down here for a sec. When I went to the John Lennon tribute thing the other day, October 9th, I guess it was, a couple weeks ago, there was a lot of live streamers. There was tons of people with fucking selfie sticks and who were just there to, you know, who just are New York, Walker, Manhattan streamers or whatever. I wasn't streaming because I hadn't gotten my new phone yet. I still had my old piece of shit phone. And by that point, it was sort of already, oh, somebody's watching, on its last legs. I do have a new vlog coming. I uploaded the rest of my iPhone videos today, and it's like it's like almost 2 months. The last time I put a vlog out, September 1st was the end of it. So it's literally 2 months of vloggage. I don't know. I've just been, I don't know, just out in the fucking world and shit, trying to be more present. You know, I think this is something they're claiming. I don't know if this is true or not, but a lot of people are claiming like social media is dying. We've already passed kind of like peak social media. We're moving into some other kind of era. And, you know, more and more people are like sort of trying to be offline or like spend less time online. I don't know if I really believe that. I mean, where are people going to go? Like, social media has installed itself as the new legacy media. You know, people act like the legacy media is dead or something, or the monoculture is dead, but like, it's just social media now. Instagram is the new fucking, you know, NBC or something, or Twitter, you know, fucking Twitter, TikTok is the new cable TV. It's just like the newest way to watch. And YouTube is another kind of package. All the streamers and shit, it's just the same shit. Except now they have us working for them for free, basically to sell them our information so they can map AI with it or just use it against us in surveillance, state, defense contracting shit, Palantir. And so, yeah, keep posting, keep fucking mapping your face, keep sharing your secrets into fucking. So I don't think, I mean, people are so addicted to like their own narcissism and the possibility that they might get famous or something. It's like this lottery of fame, you know, like, oh, you might go viral, you might, or it's just like, that's how you have to run your business. I mean, it's a tool. It is helpful to organize events. I think that's one reason why there are so many events now. Like, we're living in an event, I mean, at least in New York, it's like there's shitloads of events, there's shitloads of shows and culture and readings and bands, and it's like, because you can just fucking put it all on Instagram, and it's all designed for that. It's all designed for like show flyers. Basically, it's designed to like post some flyer that nobody wants to look at. Or some event photography of some, you know, to make somebody jealous. So they get, you know, some kind of emotional spike because they're experiencing FOMO. And I don't know. That's why I do this. I just, you know, if I just keep 10,000 hours, if I just keep, you know, I'm getting better at streaming every time I do it. I feel myself doing those reps, getting stronger, getting more interesting, getting more insightful, getting funnier, getting more profound. I think if this was really going to be successful, I really want to do interviews. You know, I'd like to do like a live stream that's actually like a show with interviews and, you know, basically like a curated version. I'd love to do a one-on-one interview with like somebody from the open mic once a week, have them perform a little bit, ask them questions, maybe have a little music, have a little dancing. Razzle dazzle, you know, this is meant to be just like the most direct, plain clothes, bare bones, the direct assault, thinking in real time. I don't know. It's just like if we're like Hassan Piker, like how many hours a week does that guy stream? Like he's literally streaming, or any of these guys, like a lot of them stream like almost all the time. Some of these streamers literally do stream all the time. You got to get on their level. Bill Maher does 1 hour a week, real time. That's it. And then he does Club Random, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours a week. I've already done, what, 6 hours? Plus the open mic, which is 4 hours. Plus my vlog, which is coming out, which will probably be an hour. So look for my new vlog to drop. I know people love to hear the self-promotion. My stream is just all fucking self-plugs. We'll walk a little more here. I just wanted to sit for 1 sec. Well, is this a nice place? It just feels like the lighting is so severe. I don't know. Let's see what else we can get into here. We're live from Central Park. I think that's 72nd Street, maybe right there. Yeah. Is that right? How far did I walk? Or we're coming to 72nd Street. That's maybe like 76 or 9 or something. So I don't know. It's like if you're streaming all the fucking time and you're like a commentator, it's like everything's just a reaction video. It's like your reaction to the fucking news. You know, like yesterday I had one opinion about the fucking Trump White House demolition, but upon further evidence and further new shit has come to light, it's like, how is that not put this fucking guy in jail. Can't we put him in jail? Like, isn't that what happens? Like, that's what happens in South America. It's like one guy's president, the other guy's in jail, and then it like flips. The guy comes out of jail, then he becomes president, then he puts the old president in jail. You know, it's like Bolsonaro, isn't he in jail? Or like, how did they do that? Why can't we get that done here? Is America just too fucking corrupt? I mean, Trump, I guess, has a special bond with every one of us, for better, well, not for better, but, and he has, you know, he's figured out how to fucking weaponize social media in every one of us. You know, he is like the content insider. Oh, this is nice. Maybe I'll sit here for a sec. It's not that cold. Oh, there's like all these people. Like, I sit down here by the water. I never sit at these benches. Let's see what this is about. There's always people here. There's always buskers, or so it must be kind of a nice fucking place to sit. Let's try to post up here for a moment, see what happens. Oh yeah, that's looking nice. How about that shit? How about that for some fucking production values? There you go. When you get drunk between the moon and New York City. It's like fucking Arthur. It's like Christopher Cross and shit. This is Christopher Cross's New York. We're getting stuck between the moon and New York City. Oh, there's some rats. That's why people aren't over here. Because there's fucking giant rats. Like, is this water or something? Uh-oh. Well, that was nice for a second, wasn't it? I don't know if I can really stay here with these giant rats. Oh, was that one? Jesus Christ. Okay. Okay. No wonder these fucking people are all gone and shit. Okay, so Halloween. Are people stoked about it? Is there still joy in it for people now that our democracy is literally being demolished? Like, you couldn't get a more, like, potent... It's like a 9/11. It's like a 9/11 image. You know, like, nothing is permanent is what that says. We can destroy any of this. This is the fucking White House. We can just bomb a third of it, lie about it, not even ask you. What the fuck are you gonna do about it? No one's gonna stand in the way. It's all, they're just controlled opposition. You know, this is just, they're cueing the final sequence. They're gonna blow the whole thing. Project 2025. And fuck, you know, what's that gonna mean? What are they gonna do? What's this winter? Jesus Christ, what the hell is gonna happen this winter? You know, 2025 is almost over. It's not Project 2026. You know, I mean, how does, I haven't actually read it. How does it map out? What phase are we in? Like, is it nearing completion? What part of Project 2025 did it say they're going to bulldoze the White House?
No, I'm not saying we don't have to.
Was that in it? I'm sure it probably was. Go back to fucking the debate or something. Kamala probably is like, Trump will bulldoze the White House. It's in 2025. But people didn't listen. People didn't listen. And no one gives a fuck. You know, the right-wing psycho patriot F350 driving, you know, Oakley sunglass people. Good, bulldoze. That's less government. Destroy the White House. It's less government. Then I won't have to pay fucking taxes. Won't have to pay an income tax anymore. I'll just be broke because everything's fucking super expensive. My health insurance premiums will explode. There'll be no consumer protections whatsoever. Wealth inequality will... So, you get what you pay for, America. You get a $300 million ballroom. Yay. And he'll probably put his fucking name on it. The Donald J. Trump ballroom. I heard somebody said that he is trying to institute his legacy into these physical monuments while he's still alive. Somebody was like, he's terminal. He's got some kind of terminal. You know, that's the speculation. People on TikTok, well, we want him to die. But, you know, there's always rumors about he had a stroke. Somebody had he had a stroke live on TV. Somebody had some post that supposedly he had a stroke live during a press conference or something. He suffered a mini stroke. It's like, what? That's wishful thinking, I think. He looks pretty fucking healthy to me. I hate to say it. I mean, he doesn't look terrible. You know, he doesn't look great, but like he's functioning. He's doing press con. He's a fucking live streamer. You know, they live stream all these fucking meetings and shit. They live stream like the fucking cabinet meeting. Like, I just saw a Kai Trump video of her riding around with him in a fucking golf cart asking him questions. The son of a bitch. He's everywhere. And he's tearing down the White House. I've decided that I'm pissed off about it, okay? It's just like, how is all of America not seeing that image? And they're like not believing their eyes, or they're like, oh, you know, wait till you see the ballroom. The ballroom will look great, and then we'll forget all about that fucking, you know, first lady's offices and all that bullshit. The female wing of the White House. That's got to come the fuck down. Just rip that shit out. We can't have all that menstruation and fucking menopause and shit. Get that the fuck out of here. Get some more Fox News bitches. Get some more blonde, skinny, fucking plastic surgery, Mar-a-Lago face bitches. I mean, Bernie Sanders was on Tim Dillon. I commend Tim Dillon for sort of trying to do the right thing. You know, and start to, like, speak out against Trump, you know. So these manosphere guys like Andrew Schultz had Mamdani on, you know, they're trying to be, you know, wash their hands of the whole thing, or deny culpability, or pretend like it's not their fault. Even though they were all pretty jazzed about the Donald. They all had him on their fucking show. I mean, Tim Dillon was pretty pro-Trump. He thought Trump was going to stop the wars. That's why he's mad about it. Because he's like, why is Trump doing all this shit that, like, this is not what he said on the fucking campaign? It's like, well, yeah, because he's fucking Donald Trump. He lies about everything. That's his whole life. It's well documented. Just because he feels like he's sincere or something, because he's just saying this shit that's like grotesque. People misinterpret like being insulting as like being truthful. It's like they think that, like, unless, you know, like, if you're some dickhead that just runs your fucking mouth and shoots your mouth off, it's like, well, this guy's just honest. This guy's just authentic. He must be authentic because he's such an asshole. He's saying these things that no one else would possibly say. He's so fucking authentic. That's radical honesty. It's like, no, he's just a fucking prick. And Donald Trump doesn't tell the truth. He's inconsistent. I heard a guy say that today. It's like, that's like a professor's analysis of Donald Trump's character. He's inconsistent. It's like, no shit. But it's like, it needs to be said. He is fucking inconsistent. He'll say one thing this day, and then 2 weeks later, it's a completely different position, and they'll act like it's your fault. Like with this fucking White House thing. It's well documented. He said they will not touch the fucking White House. He said it cost $200 million. And now look where we're at. It's $300 million. Look, if they're allowed to get pissed off about Obama's fucking tan suit. Smell that horse manure. It's pretty dark out, I guess. Can you see that? The Bethesda. Look at that. Beautiful shit. Maybe we'll walk up this. This is well lit, so we'll do a little stream over here. We'll stream a little over here. We'll rock the stream out right over here. What are we at? 67, 87. Okay, that's 87. So maybe I'm gonna try to do maybe 2 hours, and we'll see where we're at. We're just rocking so hard right now. Talking about this. It was a controlled 9/11, basically. I'm an East Wing conspiracy theorist. Okay, why? What? How many excavators were there? Okay, what really went down? Was Epstein in there? The East Wing was supposedly where they took Cheney on 9/11. There's some kind of like bunker in there that's like some kind of DEFCON 4 situation. So they got rid of all that. Just tear that out. Just flatten it, you know. We just want to neutralize this. And the Trump press releases, goddamn. They've really got some turbo dickhead in the, writing this shit. So, it's pretty disgusting, if you ask me. I don't know. I guess this is exactly what they'd expect somebody like me to react, but, like, I'm weirdly, like, it feels like a blow. Like, I mean, the White House, I suppose, has got sort of a complicated history, or like a complex legacy. It's problematic, let's say, to use the modern kind of verbiage. The White House has a problematic legacy, maybe. Or I don't know, it's just like nobody gives a shit anymore. Fuck America, fuck the government, fuck the White House. He's just doing a renovation. Other presidents have done it. It's like, it's insane. How far? What is going to be too far? It's just like, it's like having some bad house guest that takes over your entire life. Except it's like this guy literally just takes over everything and just like you can't avoid it. I mean, my whole thing yesterday was like not taking the bait and not reacting to everything, but it's like, this is nuts. I am going to react to everything. That's what I do. I didn't like when they dropped a nuke on Iran. I think this is fucking insane. It's just like if I know people, like I was talking about it yesterday. I know people like this in real life, guys with huge sense of entitlement, guys who cross boundaries, guys who take up a lot of space, guys who ask for forgiveness rather than permission. If that, I mean, I doubt if Trump's ever asked for that. And it just feels like this behavior should be penalized. Like most of us try to be considerate of other people. We try to get consent. We try to not, take up too much space. People pleasers. We're people pleasers. What the fuck? I mean, I've been thinking about that. What is that? What does that mean? Like I get, okay, there's power in saying no and boundaries and all that, but like, it doesn't get you anywhere to be like meek or something. No one cares. Like, and now it's just like no one cares if you do the right thing either. It's just like we've decided accelerationism. We're going to trash the planet. We're going to fucking put our foot on the gas pedal. Fuck climate change. We're buying Greenland. That's our solution. We're adapting by just financializing it, capitalizing on it. Trying to see ahead in that way. Maybe I'll sit for 1 sec. Where can I sit? And when you have, it's one of these wild horses that just kind of like fucking throws, it's kicking all over the place, and for some reason we're supposed to accommodate that. Like this guy, there isn't going to be any, there probably won't even be that much discussion of this. Probably 2 weeks from now, people will fucking not even talk about it. The outrage will go nowhere, if there isn't even outrage. Colbert, I saw Colbert talked about it in kind of like a sardonic way. That's how he masks his, I think Colbert is just like, he might be the biggest loser of all of this. Jimmy Kimmel didn't even get fired, right? He got his job back. What about Colbert? Where was the fucking support for his ass? People just let him fucking get canceled. Nobody fucking canceled their fucking Paramount Plus subscriptions or anything. They wanted to see that Frasier reboot. And Picard and shit. Okay. Oh, there we go. That's kind of nice right there. Would you look at that? I saw SNL. Sabrina Carpenter, I just really am not a fan of in any way. There's nothing in Sabrina Carpenter that her songs are okay, I guess. I can't say that like I love them. The lyrics are all like man-hating. I guess certain women draw a lot of like self-esteem on. They make themselves feel good. She affects like she's like the new Dolly Parton or something. And I can't believe the way that SNL like platforms her. Like she was singing with Paul Simon at the beginning of the fucking 50th anniversary. It's like, wait a minute. We're not ready to coronate Sabrina Carpenter yet. She's okay, but like even in the like realm of like blonde female singer pop stars, like she's really very low in the fucking pecking order, if you ask me. Like, what happened to the Mandy Moores, the Jessica Simpsons, the Britneys, the Christinas? Now we have fucking Sabrina Carpenter. Like, I feel bad for these fucking Gen Z gooners. Oh yeah, I should talk about gooning. There's some fucking stupid article about gooning or something. It's in the Atlantic. Who gives a fuck, okay? Why is everybody like upset? All of these like Twitter writer people, they all just chase the same fucking trends. They all make the same jokes at the same 6'7". It's gooning. So Ashley comes in this morning. She's like, "You're gooning your pillow." It's like, oh God. She's on Twitter. She saw this article about gooning. Zoomers, doomers, gooners. As far as I can tell, what is the difference between gooning and edging? Gooning is like prolonged masturbation about, like, if you're gooning over somebody, it means like you're like longing for them, sort of, or like you have a crush that's sort of like embarrassingly like prolonged or like deep, or I don't know. It's pathetic, you know. Gooning is like you're like jacking off that's length for somebody that's like doesn't want you. What the fuck? I don't understand why that has cultural significance. Why is gooning like all of a sudden every like alt-lit person's favorite fucking joke to make? Like, gooning. What? So what? Like, how is that different than like just plain old jacking off? What's the difference really, okay? Gooning is for Gen Z is to millennial, edging is to Gen X, jacking off. Translating down, it's the same shit, okay? Back in my day, we called it jacking off. But now apparently it's gooning. You know, well, that's part of like, AI slop culture, is like the fucking slang just makes no sense and it's all like retarded. Like skibbity toilet riz or 6'7". You know, like the internet has created this fucking like context where just like the most terrifyingly nonsensical things sort of just like break through people's attention. Skibbity toilet riz. 6'7", gooning. Like, what the fuck is gooning? Or like, I don't understand the cultural, is that like an incel thing? Like, what the fuck is the difference between, I didn't read the article. Okay, let me just say, like most of the things I talk about in my fucking live stream, I didn't read the article. I don't understand the appeal of this gooning preoccupation, really. So maybe I should read the article and then it'll win me over to be like, oh yeah, gooning. Oh yeah, you're gooning for your open mic slot. I need to make some kind of gooning joke, I guess. I don't know. Jimmy Fallon had some skit with like broccoli hair and 6'7". So I'm like, well, if he's doing it, it can't be that cool or edgy or cutting edge or something, you know. I don't know. Is he gonna have some gooning skit next? The gooners. What? I don't know. What distinguishes somebody as a gooner? I mean, is that to be male is to goon? To be alive is to goon, okay? We're all goons. Maybe we'll be a goon for Halloween. What are you for Halloween? Oh, I'm a gooner. I'm a boomer gooner. I don't know. I guess like the skibbity, it feels like 50s to me, right? Like the Goon Show. The word goon and all this stuff has this like kind of like gummy, cartoony quality to it that has like boomer, you know, like the Zoomers or what, like sort of the Gen Z, the Timothy Chalamet Bob Dylan movie is this sort of like repeating cycle of history where like a young generational artist is becoming a star before our very eyes through masterpiece after masterpiece. And so, I mean, Timothy Chalamet is kind of the avatar of the gooner, whatever, skibbity, skeet, yurt, roll up, mumble rap, ugg rap, There's always some new fucking stupid genre of rap. Gooner rap. Skibbity toilet rap. I'm a geriatric gooner rapper. Freestyle. I freestyle. I'm a white freestyle rapper. Somehow they're out there. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the gooning thing is really about. Is it just another way to make fun of men? Or are we all goons? I mean, those girls were gooning for angelicism. That's sort of what that's all about. It's like they're fucking gooning for, I don't know. It's just annoying that this stuff kind of coalesces as like this trend wave. And somehow that's tied to writing now. I think the internet or Twitter, maybe specifically, has like sewn people's writing to like the zeitgeist and like a really it didn't feel like writers were always trying to write about whatever like the most cool internet trend was. Now it feels like every novel that gets attention by like some Gen Z writer is like some kind of internet or even millennial. It's like some internet aesthetics. Like it's fuck boy, it's silly boy, it's whatever that Honor Levy book was or whatever. It's all like very internet informed. It's all people that are like sort of Twitter famous. You know, they read downtown, wherever the fuck they read. But it's like it seems like the media likes to obsess over those books and those writers because it's like a way of talking about trends. It's like a way of it's like, oh, this is like, we're old, we don't understand what's going on. These Gen Z angelicism people are making this thing that's like super internet kind of saturated, and the whole book is about like just like stupid modern technology effects on our lives. You know, like, oh, I Ubered to the crypto, you know, show, the crypto variety show or whatever the hell it was. The crypto performance art. I don't know. I'm not cool enough. I don't know. How do we keep up? Is that our job to like keep up with gooning? Now it's gooning. As a writer, you've got to figure out how to put this into your next piece somehow. Goon Boy, that's my novel. Gooner Boy. There's Fuck Boy. You've heard of Fuck Boy. You've heard of Silly Boy. I'm too old, you know, I'm too old to like write some kind of like genre, generation, epoch defining like Discord novel. All these people find each other in Discord. Just talk about Discord in your novel. Somebody will buy it. Just put as much stupid technology shit. Make your whole novel about living in New York and like being online. You have a Substack, you're some kind of AI, you know, using AI probably, I guess, somehow. What's the most innovative way to use AI in your fucking writing? I have a burner account that's like my AI art. You know, I have all these different Instagram accounts where I post like, you know, memes. You know, memes apparently are the most culturally significant mode of communication now. As Trump has shown us. Maybe memes are old now. At this point, maybe memes are not. We've gone through memes, we've gone through AI art, now we're into gooning. I don't even know. What's the newest thing? I guess creating some kind of AI persona or something, some kind of fake influencer. Can't you just write a book about, like, I don't know, fucking trees or something? Like, why does everything have to be like consequences of like whatever the newest technology is, and that's what the literature is like, oh, some 21-year-old wrote a book about, you know, crypto AI data center. I don't, what is the newest thing? It's there isn't one. You know, we're all kind of stuck. Social media is dead. We're all stuck on Instagram. There's nothing, you know, maybe it's TikTok, I guess. TikTok is, but even like old people, like I think Bill Maher said something about how he gets his news from TikTok. So like maybe even old people are on TikTok now. It's just TV. You know, that's why boomers, eventually when boomers find TikTok, they will love it because it's just TV. That's all it is. It's literally like the best, it's like TV on meth. It's like the greatest fucking TV lineup you could imagine. Because it's exactly the pulp of what you want to see. Or maybe not pulp, the Chateaubriand of the content. They've already carved the Chateaubriand, and they're just mainlining it into your dopamine receptors. So I don't know. Can't I just write some novel about like being a human being? Why does it all have to be some like, I don't know, maybe it's always been that way, but it feels like literature is just like a fucking popularity contest now. It's like, how are you the coolest, are you the most popular, coolest like person on the scene? Because if you are, then like you're a writer all of a sudden. You went to some fucking good school. You went to some expensive private college. You went to Ivy League. You went to Bennington. If you go to Bennington, holy shit. I don't know what it is about Bennington. I don't know what attracts people to that place. It's weird. It's got to be some kind of satanic witchcraft. Speaking from personal experience, it just has to be. Like, why are people called to that place in this weird way? And, you know, like, they seem like there's a lot of remarkable people that went to Bennington. Fucking Bret Easton Ellis, whatever. Donna Tartt, Justin Theroux, Ann Waldman. What the fuck is going on at Bennington? I don't know. Ashley, of course. But it's a suspicious thing to come up in somebody's biography that they went to Bennington. It's like, okay. Red flag, run away, block, get away as fast as you can. The only thing I really know about it is it's not a big school. The facilities are pretty old. It's like in the middle of nowhere in Vermont. People just party their fucking balls off. But like, they like this kind of danger. There's this element of like everybody there likes this sort of like feeling dangerous or doing dangerous shit, or they sort of mix with the locals a little bit, you know? So there's like a little bit of like rural kind of red state, hard ass Everclear. Ashley talks about how they all fucking drank Everclear. It's like, I knew people that drank that shit in college, but, you know, everybody that went to fucking school where I went to school is just like a fucking business major fraternity asshole. It's not like, you know, avant-garde, future, whatever, weirdos. And I don't know. I haven't read any of that shit. I haven't read fucking any of that. I haven't read Fuckboy. I haven't read Silly Boy. I haven't read, you know, any of it. So, like most stuff that happens within my generation, I just feel kind of at odds with it because it's like so technology driven, which I guess is just like the world we live in. I do think there's truth to the idea that like the tech oligarchs are like the supreme like archetypes of our age. You know, in the way that like in the 60s it was like rock and roll bands. They had like this sort of cultural influence, they were making money. That was sort of the most advanced form of communication they had, was like radio, records, TV, live performances. That's how people like coalesced. That's how they grouped together, was like they go to a concert. They listen to the same bands. That's how they heard the news. Like, right? Like Chuck D said, hip hop is black CNN. It's like there was information on those records, whereas like now it's like everything is just fucking driven by the goddamn phone, the apps. Those people have, you know, a direct, profound influence over all of our fucking lives. And we're just sort of making our own amusement with it. You know, we're making content, we're making music, we're filming ourselves, whatever the hell it is. We're doing AI slop. Now AI can do it for you. If you want to be an artist, just type some shit into AI. You could have a whole fucking novel, whole fucking play, you know, whatever. I have definitely started to use AI more, because now it's like, if you have a question, you just ask it into Google and AI will give you the answer. And so it's like, if I need to find out, when I was doing my book, I needed to find out how to format, you know, how to resize a PDF, basically. And so I asked fucking AI, you know, and it just, here's how you do it. And it gives you, it's like, rather than going to some fucking website or some video where somebody's like, okay, here's a how-to step-by-step. And you got to sit through some fucking bullshit introduction. Hey, like and subscribe. It's like, fuck you. The AI just bam, bam, bam. Bullet points that shit. I mean, I guess that's what we were Googling things for. It's like you're asking the fucking genie a question or whatever. It's like you're looking for an answer. Hey, where the fuck is a good restaurant or whatever. And so now the AI is like becoming like this fucking assistant, or the genie that answers your... You rub the AI bottle, you rub that data center bottle, and the AI genie uses a disproportionate amount of fresh water and electricity to make your wish come true. Pollutes the local environment, cuts down the natural landscape, destroys the biosphere, genocides the habitat, but now you can get, you know, I can get fucking AI slop flyers for... And, you know, they'll probably get as few likes as the shit I actually draw myself, so... So it just saves time. It's just a real time saver, basically. I mean, that's really what life is about, isn't it? It's just saving time, optimizing your productivity, and just fucking stacking achievement, career. The AI will, you know, fucking exponentially explode your productivity. We'll all be like Jeff Koons. It's like we have a studio now of assistants that just do it all for us. So anyway, I don't know. Is AI going to be live streaming reaction videos in real time to, how does AI react to the fucking demolition of the White House? Does it have an opinion? What's Grok's stance? Was it legal? Can we ask Grok, was it legal? I don't know. I guess, like, as an artist, to some degree, you have to, like, be looking to the future. And, so, you know, I've been doing live streaming and vlogging for a long time. Now it feels more, like, normalized. And so it doesn't necessarily, I mean, it still feels, like, very current, but it's like, well, what's the next thing? You know, what's 10 years from now gonna fucking be? Like, is it gonna be fucking AI slop eating itself and having this weird, like, pictorial incest where everything's just like some kind of inbred, like, deformed mutant of the same DNA of the intellectual property? What's this band that's like an AI band? It's like, the name is so fucking generic and shitty. And the music is too. You know, I have not personally seen anything that AI has created artistically. I mean, there's definitely like a perverse, you know, curiosity to it. And I guess it is like unsettling and it has an effect in that way. Maybe that's what's from the future about it. I was using AI in my writing over 10 years ago. Fucking Twitter, Poet Tweet had a fucking, you could put your Twitter into this thing and it would spit out a sonnet. And so that totally changed the way that I wrote because the AI was so fucking crazy and like, it was just like the images. It was so startling and there was something kind of hilarious about a lot of the non sequiturs and the intensity of it. There's something about like robots. They're just like, they don't have the same resistance that we have. You know, human beings, there's so much feeling that kind of, you know, governs how hard you can go on something. Where it's like robots just like, you know, just go, 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 go. There's no fucking wounding, you know, there's no wound. Like human beings are wounded. There's all kind of circumstantial limitations. Whereas like the AI shit just, it's very forward. So I don't know. I guess it'll get better and better, but it's weird because I took this screenwriting class at OSU, I think in 2007 or 8. And the screenplay idea I had an idea, this character, a character who live streams basically like their own death because they wanted to fake their death to have a funeral to see what people thought about them. That was basically the premise. And so this was 2007 and the character like basically, you know, faked dying on the internet live. And I remember thinking at the time just like this is kind of like a not, I don't know. It wasn't like the movie I wanted to write. It's just like this is sort of a concept and like I can pitch it to the whatever, the Hollywood pitch. That's what was like part of the class. It's like, here's how to pitch your fucking, here's your log line. It's Ghostbusters meets Alien. And so that was part of the class. It's like you have to have this idea that like you can pitch like that. Like that's the premise or whatever. And it's just weird how often in the news you see a story about like somebody live stream. Like there was some guy recently that like live streamed, he killed somebody, or, you know, people are live streaming all kind of weird fucking, or their own. And so it's like, I don't know, you gotta have confidence in whatever ideas you have, I guess. Like, not that that screenplay was ever gonna get made, it was just for a fucking class or whatever, but like, Uh, I don't know. Like, you do have to be able to, like, tell what's going to happen in the future. That's what your art should be about. Or, I don't know. I'm an Aquarius, so that's something I've been fucking thinking a lot about recently. It's like Aquarius, maybe this is just an astrology bullshit, but there's some sense that, like, you know, people don't really understand what the hell you're talking about. They don't really, you know, you're kind of like on some weird planet by yourself. And other Aquariuses sort of get you or something, or certain people get you. Maybe that's what every fucking buddy wants to believe about themselves. But there's some sense that, like, right, it's the age of Aquarius, so it's like we're from the future. I don't know. That's how I justify it. You know, I do like to jump to conclusions fast. I like to jump to results fast, so that doesn't necessarily mean that you do it the right way, but you know, I wanted to fucking live stream like the wavetable fucking rehearsals. I thought that band should have even the fucking Holy Smokes rehearsals were basically like live streams. We'd record the whole thing. It's like if it were now, we would just live stream it. You know, like the Slooge, we could have live streamed every fucking thing that happened there. It could have been a streamer house. I mean, it sort of was. It was just like right before that was maybe like a little bit. Streaming was very frowned upon. It was not socially acceptable. You know, and neither was vlogging. You know, like, people were not really filming everything like they are now. Like, now it's just like everybody's sort of just like a content whore. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing how everybody is on the internet, like, trying to get attention. It's so pathetic and cringe. This included, obviously. But, what's the next thing? Now that we've arrived at this, I mean, I guess there's still a lot to do with this. There's still a lot. I mean, you know, somebody like Speed is doing insane shit on streaming. Like, you couldn't, what that guy is doing with streaming is unbelievable, frankly. The fact that he just, like, walks through the world and, like, people chase after him down the street, it's like the fucking Beatles. And he's streaming all of it. And he just talks to people, he just vibes with people, and he's like a world celebrity. Just from, like, fucking vibing with people and broadcasting it on fucking Twitch. And so what 10 years from now? Is it still going to be streaming? Like, what the hell? What could be beyond that? You know, like, what could be more live than literally streaming everything all the time? Which is probably 10 years from now, probably everybody will be streaming their whole fucking life. If not sooner. Literally, you probably just have some kind of, like, live camera. Your whole life will just be like a fucking TV show that you're hosting. Live. Everywhere you go. It's going to be beautiful. Literally, show business is going to be everywhere. All the time. Hey, here I am. I've got my cameras. I've got my, well, now, right, they've got those Ray-Bans with the cameras in them. That was an idea I had 10 fucking years ago. I wanted to do scenes from a life. That would have been the perfect thing for scenes from a life. You know, I was putting my vlogs literally on TV 10 years ago. Because it was just so obviously, like, the easiest way to produce images. And this looks, you know, as soon as I got an iPod Touch, I realized this looks as good as any fucking movie from the 1970s. You know, like the HD 1080p video. It looks as good as any fucking, you know, movie shot on film up until probably the 80s. And it has a nice look, actually. It looks like reality in a lot of ways. I think that's why there's so much fucking autofiction. And why people can't read the third person anymore. Apparently people cannot understand writing written in the third person. The ability for human beings to do that is like deteriorating. They can only read the first person. I think that is a direct result of iPhones and selfie cameras. Everything is first person now. And I heard somebody say in 10 years, most people will be illiterate. I don't know if it'll happen that fast, but like probably within a generation or two. It's already starting to happen. Like, that's something that poets should be thinking about. And writers in general. Not that writing is going to cease to exist or that literacy will cease to exist, but I don't know. Why? I don't. It's just like this is where the energy's at now. Is in streaming. Is in social media. Fucking self-career all the time. Building a career. I mean, you know, in New York, you see it. You see comedians, especially comedians. I don't know. I mean, comedians can get 60 or 90,000 followers on Instagram. They're making content. You know, they're making little skits. They're showing little bits of their act. And they get road gigs. You know, these comedians are stepping into those slots. It's no longer like you have an agent and blah, blah, blah. It's like you blow up on social media. People become your fans, you know. You're some hot comedy chick. You got a bunch of tattoos. You have some great, you know, presence with the audience. You're affable. And next thing, you're in Indianapolis. You're in fucking whatever, Seattle. You're on the road. You're headlining. The people have spoken, you know. I guess that's why everybody is doing all this shit. This is why everybody is like making this fucking shitty content. It's just like shit through a goose. Content is just like shit through a goose. It's like in one end, out the other. And we're doing the best that we can out here, you know. Helicopters overhead. They sent the helicopters. Okay, well, what else do we need to talk about? It's been 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I probably will get off pretty soon. Maybe I'll start walking and then sort of sign off as I'm walking here. I mean, I get that all sounds totally obvious now that I'm saying it. You know, like obviously people are fucking on the internet. But as a writer, as an artist, it's like, I don't know. It's like you have to figure out some way to adopt internet aesthetics. Like, remember flarf? Flarf was super fucking internet aesthetics. Flarf was kind of like Skibbity. I was not a huge flarf guy, but like, I sort of started poetry right at the end of flarf. I think one of the early editions of Poetry Magazine Maybe this will be the last thing I talk about. I'll talk about flarf. Do people know what flarf is? Do you know what flarf is? I don't know that much about it. It was a poetry movement, I guess, probably in like the late 90s and 2000s. I mean, the internet must have been lit in poetry world. Silliman's blog, like poetry world was kind of on fire in the 2000s online. Now it seems like poetry is like way less online in a weird way. I guess it's all social media now, but some of those blogs and shit, and flarf was sort of like language poetry, I guess, but it was like silly, kinda, and you know, it was like absurdist. It was sort of Bush era, I guess you'd say, and I think it was sort of a reaction against that, and just like, you know, all these poets suddenly being email kind of professors and living and sort of comporting themselves and communicating in that way. Okay, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck I'm going here. I guess I'll go. Fuck, I walked kind of the whole way. I didn't really mean to do that. I meant to kind of go to the open mic. Fuck. What am I gonna... Maybe I'll go in Midtown and then back that way. I feel pretty good. My leg feels good, actually, so maybe I'll walk and talk about flarf. I'm gonna go look up flarf when I'm done with this, because I really actually don't know that much about it. I don't even know who would be considered like flarf, really. Like, did any of those flarf poets like stand the test? Like, is BP Nickel flarf? I like BP Nickel a lot. He seems kind of Gen Z skibbity a little bit. BP Nickel is like profound. I think he maybe worked with the Muppets at one point. But he's Canadian. I mean, Canadians have socialism, so that, you know, they have really good artists there. They have really strong writers, because they have like sort of socialism a little bit. Not in the United States. The United States, it's a way more risk and reward type place. But flarf was kind of like surreal. It was it was sort of like glitch art, I guess. Copy and paste. Kenneth Goldsmith maybe was sort of flarf or flarfish, flarf adjacent. Flarf night. I guess that was like maybe the very end of postmodernism. That was sort of like as far as postmodernism could go. It was like flarf. And then with my generation, when the millennials came in, it sort of became like this weird like neo-modernism. Like it was all like, you know, all these poets that I sort of was around when they, at the beginning of the decade, it was like, well, I won't even get into it. But flarf was totally skibbity Ohio, I guess. I never really looked into it because it just sounded like some kind of like weird, embarrassing, you know, thing that sort of went nowhere and was just sort of like a joke of the era. That people just like really played the same fucking joke over and over and over. And it's like, I was not really the school of flarf that much, but I'm going to look into it now because, well, okay, I remember once in college, this guy gave an interesting presentation about how Adult Swim was like Dada, you know, and it was like sort of this absurdist neo-surrealism kind of like of our era, which I think is true. I think a lot of that Adult Swim stuff was sort of like Tim and Eric, or even like, you know, Space Ghost. Space Ghost was like a ready-made, basically. You know, they took old animations and old characters and just repurposed them and appropriated them in this totally insane way. I remember as a kid, the first time I saw fucking Space Ghost. There was this night at my mom's house in fucking Hilliard on cable. We stayed up late and we're watching Cartoon Network, or somehow we just flipped onto it, you know, like out of the blue. And we're just like, what the hell is this? We thought it was the greatest thing we'd ever fucking seen. I thought Brack was like the funniest shit. Brack is definitely top 5 funniest shit of my lifetime, I would say. Like, Brack is absolutely one of the greatest characters in all of dramatic literature, if you ask me. Brack. And God, he's from some fucking cartoon from the 60s or something. So, I don't know. It's sort of like, there was a lot of just like really off the wall, surreal. I kind of didn't like it. I didn't really like, you know, the way that advertising became like Family Guy. Everything became like Family Guy. It became just like, let's put all these crazy characters, like a Viking, and, you know, it's a car commercial, but it's like a Viking at like a gas station. And then there's like these 8 people. It's like, what the fuck? They're just like, and then they, you know, they started to hire Tim and Eric to do ads, and there was something that worked for like capitalism and the war machine about it to me. Like, because it was so disconnected from meaning, you know, like the jokes didn't seem to like a part of cause and effect. They just seemed to be about like a confusion of, you know, all this stuff that just sort of makes no sense. And that's what's funny about it. It's just so absurd. It's a Viking and, you know, at a fucking gas station. I don't know. I mean, even Tim and Eric, like, I definitely thought Tim and Eric was like hysterically funny, but it just, you know, that's a show where like almost like the editing says more about the meaning than anything they're actually saying. You know, Tim and Eric is sort of a critique of capitalism. It's all these like absurd products, and it's all this sort of rejects of like, you know, Craigslist auditions and shit, like really weird people, kind of outsider artist type performers, and taking all that shit and making it into just like this really grotesque, absurd, surreal. It's like video art. It is almost like Ryan Tricarton or Cindy Sherman. You know, when I saw Cindy Sherman, I was like, oh, this is where Tim and Eric sort of like got a lot of what they do. And then Ryan Tricarton was kind of a similar thing, where it's just like really absurd. The colors are nuts. It's just this crazy kind of overstimulating collage of just like the internet exploded. All that access. All that availability, all that customization. Just like, here it is. And it feels like that stuff, in the way that the 2000s were sort of a reiteration of the 80s. There was a lot of 80s culture in all of that stuff. Gil Ventura's Party's Dream. We used to go to Ladies 80s at Scully's. That was like, oh my God, that was like the place to be. I loved Ladies 80s forever, till I die. Ladies 80s till I die. It was free for ladies, $5 for men. But that was, you know, like the 2000s. And so, and Bush was sort of like this weird reprise of like Reagan's. It was this really conservative, but it was worse because there was wars, and so that was sort of the reaction, was this kind of like hyper patriotic sarcasm. America, fuck yeah, you know, Will Ferrell comedy, Anchorman, making fun of macho, patriarchal, kind of antiquated. What's diverse? What in the hell's diversity? That's what he says in Anchorman. That's what Champ Kind says. What in the hell is diversity? Now that is fucking hilarious. I'm sorry, but that is just like funny as hell. That's the world they lived in. Oh, so So now it feels like that stuff's sort of making a comeback. Flarf was just sort of like somebody, it's like your cat got all over the keyboard. Somebody just went nuts and played free jazz all over their keyboard. And now it came, I think that's what flarf is. I really don't know. Flarf, like I said, it didn't seem, it was sort of too new. It was sort of in the too recent past. It was sort of like expiring when I sort of began, you know, being involved with poetry. And so I never really like studied it or was like, oh yeah, flarf, this is, we take off from here. You know, at that point I was still trying to read like coherent, articulate, like spiritual poetry. You know, that was way before language poetry in New York school and shit like that sort of changed my approach. You know, and I start to, now I understand more, I guess, about glitch art and sort of like the deconstruction kind of like, or free, you know, like a lot of that free jazz is just like chaotic stream of consciousness, if you want to say that, or just like it's a you know, fast break kind of collage of every idea you can think of on the spot, you know, and like flarf and things kind of have a similar kind of like taking things apart and chopping it, you know, it's like a cut up almost. So it's like a surrealism, you know, in the same way that the 2000s had this kind of like Dada on Adult Swim. Flarf, I think, was a similar, it was like Dilbert. It was like Dilbert's realism. You know, it's like white collar office job worker cut-ups. Here's the Plaza Hotel. So, actually, get this. I was in a movie in this office. The movie I worked on was in this office right here. And so I could look out over Central Park, and I could see down onto the roof of the Plaza Hotel. And the Plaza Hotel is actually fucking hollow. It's like there's a courtyard. It's really just like this side and this side. And then there's like, in, you know, there's probably rooms on each side. But like, it's really like a corner. It's almost like an L shape. Like the Plaza Hotel is actually like fucking, it's not like, I thought it was like a big rectangular like block of fucking, you know, hotel rooms, Plaza Suite or whatever. And it turns out it's just like fucking, it's kind of weird to see it from behind because you can really see like there's these balconies and patios and shit. And you kind of see how the sausage is made or whatever. It's like seeing behind the set or something, seeing the back, like the facade in the front is like very ornate, obviously, and like iconic. But on the other side, it's just like, you kind of see all the guts of it. The raw Frankenstein, written and directed by Guillermo del Toro. I mean, New York is an exciting place for movies now. They've, you know, Netflix owns this fucking movie theater. A24 has got that restaurant, wine bar, movie theater over by fucking where the Cherry Lane Theater was. They acquired it and turned it into like basically like a screening room / talkback space for Hollywood assholes. When it should be like an off-Broadway fucking playhouse for, you know, new playwrights probably, and small theater companies. But, oh, maybe I won't go this way, this is kind of loud. I will probably get off pretty soon. There you go. Paris. Noah Baumbach's J. Kelly. Opens November 14th on 35mm. I will say these fucking people who insist on seeing shit on like 35 millimeter, that shit drives me insane. I could not care less. I'm just as happy to watch a movie on a fucking laptop. And in fact, that's where I've watched practically every movie I've fucking seen in the last, decade of my life. It's on a goddamn laptop screen. And like, it's not so bad. Oh, this guy's streaming too. Well, they got rid of the Rick Owens shit. They had all these Rick Owens fucking displays in these windows. Now we're just back to, I don't know, some kind of European shit. Oh, there's Trump Tower. Speak of the devil. There it is, fucking Trump-ass tower. Maybe we'll walk by real fast. What do you say? Okay, I lost both my viewers, so I probably will get off. Let me just walk by Trump Tower. We'll end it there. There it is, everybody. Gulliver's handbags. We are Lilliputians amongst the Louis Vuitton. Oh, I still have half a sandwich that I have to eat. Look at that shit. Louis Vuitton. Gotta get some fucking custom trunks and shit for my steamer. Some steamer trunks. Okay, there it is, folks. How would he feel if we tore down fucking a third of his fucking building? Let's just knock off the top third of this building. How does that sound? Trump, who gives a fuck? We don't even have to ask them permission. Hey, it's normal for people to renovate shit, okay? It's normal, okay? Lots of people do it. It's gonna be privately paid for. What the fuck do you care? Oh, God. Oh, my God. I don't know, man. This planet is just too vicious. You just have to be vicious. What can I say? I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. Man, I mean, that guy's got an entire building here he doesn't even live in. He's got a house in Florida. He crashes at this place in DC like it's just like, sort of his third residence or whatever. He doesn't even come to this building. He doesn't even come here. Trump's New York days are over. It's not fair. I don't even have one place to live. I don't even have a closet to live in. Donald Trump, the art of the deal. The art of the dickhead. The art of the douchebag. Fuck you, Donald Trump. A hex. Bad luck upon you. Failure upon you. Embarrassment, disgrace, jail, punishment, Retribution on you, Donald Trump.
I don't want to go.
Stuff to head over this way. I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a fun little. We're going strong. This battery's going strong. Maybe I'll do 3 hours and then I'll be done. Well, that's 30 more minutes. I don't know if I want to do 30 more minutes. We got nobody watching. I can turn off right now. Okay, maybe I will. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Whoever was watching, that's a good place to stop, I feel. There's always more to say tomorrow. Look at this. What's going on here? Oh, this is the peninsula. Look how badass these fucking hotels are. And look at that. That is fucking nice. Love, Loss, and What I Wore. This must be community theater. Wow, that'd be kind of a cool place to do fucking community theater. Right off 5th Avenue and fucking 54th Street. Cryo sculpting. Maybe I'll put that in my novel. Botox cryo sculpting. Okay, well, thank you guys for watching. Watch later, go back, check it. Oh, I got a person watching. Oh, fuck, I can't get off now. This restaurant looks interesting. I'd like to try this place. Michael's. This looks like it stepped out of like 1982. Michael's, look at that. They go to this restaurant. I mean, look at this. Look at those fucking windows.
I'm afraid of this and worried about it since.
How is that? We got a party bus here. G.I. Joe, Chucky. Right, there you go. Some Halloween shit for you. So I'm gonna look up flarf. I'm just curious about flarf. Michael's. Looks pretty classy to me. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful weekend. Great Halloween. You know, the outrage continues. We'll be tracking it here. We'll be defining it, articulating it. Trying to fucking materialize it. That bomb soup. Benoit. Once again, I'd love to get a location for an open mic up, you know, anywhere really. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday night. If anybody's got any connections. Oh, here's a Cybertruck. You see these things all the fucking time anymore. To be honest, I see a lot of Cybertrucks. It's embarrassing. Would you say that's good taste? Would you say that that's us falling victim to good taste? I would say no. Joe in the juice. What the fuck is this? Since when did everybody just start drinking juice all the time? Are people really drinking that much fucking juice? We need a Joe in the juice? We need Joe and the juice? Is that really necessary? People are begging for Joe in the juice. I never drink juice. Maybe I should start drinking juice. I don't know. Everybody's juicing, everybody's juiced. Alright, well thank you guys for watching. Again, I can't thank you enough. Come to the open mic Monday. Like I said, I got 35 fucking signups already. So, gotta sign up soon, otherwise it's gonna be hard to get you up at a good time. It makes my job it makes my life and my job a lot harder. So, make it easy for yourself. Make it easy for me. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful Halloween weekend, everybody. It's Happy Halloweenus. Can I sit here? Is this legal or? Goodbye. Who's that?